It's a 3-player semifinal. High score advances to the title match. And the number 2 seed, Ronnie Russell, decides that he will begin on the left lane. Trip 4, good start.
No one's been hotter than Ronnie Russell at this season's World Series of Bowling. Got real comfortable on television as well.
Opening shot for Rash, dead solid. And now your first look at J.R. Raymond out of Bay City, Michigan. His debut telecast on the PBA Tour.
Pretty good debut shot. 3-time collegiate All-American at Saginaw Valley State. He's got a lot of great amateur credentials. He actually quit bowling for a year. Just said, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. Mentally, he was just fried.
Ronnie Russell's plan is to get mean on the lane. Second frame. Mean stroke. 10 back.
You know, and I think that translates to me, that means is confidence. You know, he's more at ease. He's more confident being on the lanes and being in this environment.
Rash up, first crack to the left lane, and he is dead solid, perfect. All strikes.
Look how straight all the players are going. All strikes, as you said. Sean Rash looking really good early on.
You may see the players on today's show consulting from time to time with the tour reps sitting just behind them. They are Chuck Gardner, Chris Schlemmer, and Brett Spangler. Semifinal of the PBA Chameleon Championship. That's high, and it's a 6-10.
That was close.
Bad shot, pulled it left, went through the face, only leaving the 6-10. Take a look at Ronnie Russell's arsenal, throwing the Forza. Pretty strong ball. No surprise that all 4 players on today's telecast, high rev rate players. And the reason why I say that, Mike J, is the longer that oil pattern gets, you would seem to think that it would favor the high rev guys. All 4 players today, no power loss.
Oh, and a chop.
Well, JR would like that frame over. Sean Rash stepping up the 3rd frame, throwing the strongest ball in his arsenal, Mastermind.
One of those elements that may change Rash's outlook in the future is since he became a father, he has a different perspective. 3rd frame.
This guy's a former player of the year. I mean, you know, he knows how to bowl. So take a look at the winningest player in the history of professional bowling, Walter Ray Williams Jr. I mean, there's no secret. Sean can, I mean, you don't win 8 times and don't win 2 majors without knowing how to bowl. But he's had some issues here at the World Series of Bowling on television. Bad shots, missed spares. JR's arsenal, throwing a hyper cell. Strongest ball in his bowling bag.
And a solid 9 for Raymond. Randy, JR said 5 years ago I consider myself a power player, but now I consider myself a soft power player. What's the difference?
He's on the lower end of the high rev guys. You know, your high rev guys, E.J. Tackett. Sean Rash is a high rev guy. Sean Rash looking to get back on board, looking to capture his first ever World Series of Bowling title here in Las Vegas. Stay with us.
Welcome back to South Point Bowling Plaza. 240 players entered the Chameleon Championship. So how did the 4 players competing today make it to our televised finals? Let's look back at the tournament highlights as seen on Extra Frame. DJ Archer led qualifying wire to wire all the way through the first 7-game block, and again here in the round of 24. And right behind Archer for the whole of qualifying, Ronnie Russell. A strong showing in the round of 24 moved Sean Rash up from 9th to 3rd in a place on today's show, and that left the 4th and final spot.
And there was a lot of players that were in the hunt for that number 4 spot, including Jason Couch. Here's Scott Norton in his bid. Great shot, leaves the swishing 10. He's eliminated. Then it's Jason Couch. Right through the nose. Big 4 minus the 7. He finishes 8th. Dom Barrett crossing over, leaving the 9 pin. He finishes 6th. And last but not least, certainly Stuart Williams. He had his chance as well, goes through the nose. And Stuart Williams gives the foul light a swipe with that foot. That leaves J.R. Raymond for that last spot.
And Raymond advances to bowl in his debut here at the PBA Chameleon Championship. A look at the final standings, top qualifiers. 228.7 on top, mid-220s needed to make the top 4. Norton and Williams just missing.
These averages very similar to what we saw in Viper.
Take a look at Rolltech tournament stats, Randy. Chameleon multi-spare percentage.
See DJ Archer at the top of that list, and you don't make it out on this tour without being a good spare shooter.
While we were gone, strikes in the 4th and 5th for Sean Rash and Ronnie Russell both remain perfect. J.R. Raymond leaving the 3-6-10 in the 5th, cleaning that up, but still trailing Rash and Russell by 52 pins.
Great shot by Ronnie Russell. Looking to add another title to his 2014 campaign. He did win the PBA Bear Open in Shawnee, Oklahoma this summer.
Here's our Columbia 300 fun fact. Sean Rash, even though he's never won a PBA title here at the World Series of Bowling, was the all-time World Series average leader coming into this year's event. And he's still perfect. 6 apiece for Rash and Russell.
It's always a good sign when you see the 6-pin go to the sidewall and kick the 10 out for a right-hander. It's exactly what happened there on that last delivered by Sean Rash.
J.R. Raymond said to me, I just want to learn something and somehow get my feet under me. Tough to do it when both of your opponents have not let you in.
Tough to do when you feel like you're in a tag team wrestling match and there's 2 against 1. Rash and Russell are running away with this. JR's just getting thumped on. See the blue oil rings on Ronnie Russell's bowling ball. Qualified second with a 226 average for the 14-game qualifier. This guy's starting to get real comfortable on television.
Oh, pinch high, but he skates the 4-9. Raymond on the spare started dreaming about winning on the PBA Tour when he bowled collegiately for Saginaw Valley State, competing with Dan McClelland. Rash needs to keep pace with Russell here in the 7th.
What a historic day that was when he bowled the 23rd televised 300 game en route to his victory this past summer.
10-pin.
So both Rash and Russell, or excuse me, just Rash, fails to strike in the 7th frame. Russell now with the lead. He's perfect through 7 frames. Shot there.
Oh, yippee. Bellings.
Rash cross lane, labels the 10-pin.
Ronnie Russell a little bit high the last shot on the left lane, moves over to the right lane. Looking to make it to the title match. Remember, the winner advances to take on DJ Archer.
And a big break. The 4 and the 10 to last the fall. Russell remains perfect.
How about twins? Last 2 shots identical. Trips the big 4 in both shots. Huge breaks for Ronnie Russell.
That looked like it was gassed. A little too fast, perhaps. Washout. Raymond now just trying to get out of the way.
You know what I'd be doing? I'd be taking as much time as possible. I'd be enjoying this moment. Okay, I can't win, but I want as much face time as I can get.
And a brilliant conversion.
Now, keeps his hopes alive, but all Ronnie Russell has to do is stay behind the foul line. As you take a look at our hammer, tough spare replay. Sean Rash converting the washout.
J.R. Raymond did convert the spare. Raymond pacing in the 180s will not factor here in the final. Ronnie Russell's got the front 8 foundation frame.
Wow.
How about another one?
Looked like he moved in and tried to go as direct as he was the previous 8 frames, and the ball still hooks up high. Trips the 4-7-10 out again. Ronnie Russell's going to move on now and take on DJ Archer. Sean Rash, max score. 265. Ronnie Russell just needs decent count in the 10th frame. It's amazing how two players can have such a good ball reaction in the third that doesn't throw it that much dissimilar, has no look.
But for J.R. Raymond, we'll celebrate a return to professional bowling. A couple of years ago, he had the worst week of his life. He literally left the bowling equipment at the venue.
I remember him telling us that story, and I can't tell you how many times I wanted to do that, but never did. Just a crazy story about he was just so fried. He said, you know what, I'm done. Left his gear, drove home, said that's it. Whoever wants it gets it.
Didn't go as planned.
Look at the leaderboard here through 9 frames, 10th frame.
With a strike here, it's all over mathematically for Sean Rash. Ronnie Russell will move on. If Ronnie Russell would happen to throw a big 4 or some ugly split that he can't convert, Sean Rash still has a chance.
10, that one conventionally struck.
And now we have the front 10, so he's moving on, but he can shoot 300. Remember, just a couple of weeks ago, Anthony Pepe, 295. His first time ever on television. Ronnie Russell now has a chance to become the 24th player in PBA history to bowl a perfect game.
Front 10, he's already advanced to the title match.
And down! It's down, baby!
The 10-pin! Russell will have a shot at perfection. Even Sean Rash has to go when Lady Luck is on your side here in Vegas. You tip your cap. And 260 plus will not be enough on this day for Rash to advance.
Yeah. Come on, focus. I'm in there. Focus, make a good shot. They're re-racking for me.
Here's the barbershop close shave of the day, Randy, and it's a good, long, close shave.
This is like the slowest messenger I've ever seen. It just nudges the 10 over, and the 10 pin was like, okay.
23 have bowled a perfect game on television before. Ronnie Russell can become the 24th. Yeah, 300 in the semifinal of the PBA Chameleon Championship. Ronnie Russell is perfect.
Hey, listen, brother, focus. I ain't good, okay? I ain't ready to be breath. Win this fucking title. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks, buddy.
$10,000 bonus will be presented shortly from the PBA Tour Commissioner, Tom Clark. Perfection and an advancement and a title next. Stay with us.